Well, thank you for joining me in this tutorial. I have just come up with this, what I think is a great idea for keeping our pom-poms on our hats, the ones that we want to make removable. Now, if you're a knitter and you make beanies, you know that you're always looking for different ways. There's the buttons that you can sew on, which are great if you like to sew and take that time to do that. They look beautiful. I don't like to do that. There I have on my tutorial, I also have shown you that if you use those colored little plastic stitch markers, those can hold your pom-poms on and they look nice. I've had many compliments on that, good comments on that, I've had a couple people say that it looks unfinished, so you have to choose that for yourself. But I think it's just another gadget that you can use. But I have come up with another idea that I think is the best of all, actually. At least for me it is. Now you can go to Dollarama and you can buy, or a Dollar Tree or Walmart or wherever you want to go, and buy these plastic cutting boards. They're really sturdy. I mean, they're bendable, but they're thick. They're not going to break or tear or anything like that. In the Dollarama, they come in a package of 2. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to buy that package. Then you're going to open it up and you are going to, let me actually remove that candle. I don't want to fire. You're going to cut off about a half an inch wide by about an inch. Don't go and measure it. You don't need to measure it with the tape measure. You just eyeball it. Okay, so you're going to cut it off, and I make my edges straight here as best as I can. Okay, I think this is about an inch by maybe 3/4 of an inch, so I'm actually going to make this one a little bit narrower. I'm going to cut that down just a little bit, and there's no right or wrong, so you will figure it out. You just need a rectangle. Okay, and then you're going to cut a little notch into both sides. And you know, you can get hundreds, literally, out of one of these sheets, I'm sure. I haven't gone and counted, but I can eyeball it and almost guarantee that you're gonna get, you buy one package of 2 and you're not gonna need to buy any more. Okay, so now that I've got the notches cut, I'm gonna refine that just so it's a little bit closer. I don't need those big edges, okay? Or long sides there. So that's about an inch by maybe a half an inch. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my hat. I'm going to take my crochet hook. I'm gonna put it up through the center there. I can feel it in the inside without looking. I'm gonna poke it up. I'm gonna grab my pom-pom. I always put tension on it so I can poke it through easier. Get it through the other side. Stick my finger in there. Now, where is that thing? Can't see it, it's clear. And clear is another thing because it'll go with all your hats. So we've got that little notch thing. I'm gonna put it inside that one little notch. It's too tight on my finger, that's why I'm having a problem. Then I'm gonna take my loom hook, although you don't need it, you can just use your fingers, and bring it over that other notch. You've got a clear little plastic holder for your pom-pom, which holds it snug to the other side of your hat. Works great if you want to trim off these little corners like that so that there's nothing poking. You can go ahead and do that. You don't have to, but you can. Get all 4 of those little corners removed. And there you go. Isn't that like just the greatest little thing? I feel like I'm an inventor now because I invented a little pom-pom holder. All right, so let's do that one more time with a campfire beanie. But let me just make a mention that because these are clear, you put them down somewhere and you can't see them. Oh, there it is. So put them in a little container that's a colored container or something that you know where they are so that you can see them. Because if you put it down on your counter, you're gonna be looking for it. Like, you know, when you take the that plastic thing off of your bread bag, when you take your bread out and you want a piece of bread and then you can't find it and you have to, you know, scrunch your eyes all over the place so that you can find it on the counter. It's the same thing with this thing. Okay, so you're gonna go up through the center in the back and come up through the center. Oops, I feel that's not the center, so let me take this out and do it again. Sometimes that's the hardest part, right? Go up through the center, but once you do it once, you kind of open that hole a little bit so that when, if your clients, once they get their hat on and they're, you know, they decide that they want to take it off, they can easily do that because you've already made the hole a little bit bigger, okay? So then I hook that around my pom-pom, bring it through that hole. Now if I put some tension on it, I really sewed that end really tight, so that's why that's a little bit hard. Okay, get it through exactly center. I've seen where people will put their pom-poms on, and if they don't want to use one of these little pom-pom holders or a button or whatever, they'll have their yarn go through the hole in there, and then they'll go through the side, off to the side of the hole on that side and off to the side of the hole on that side, and then tie it on the inside. That works too. There's all kinds of ways. Like I said, there's the button and there's the little wooden things that you can buy that look like what I just made. That's where I got my inspiration from. But I like my pom-pom to go exactly in the center and not off to the side at all. So these work really, really well for that too. So, okay, got it through there. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to take my little invention. And I wanted to do it a second time so I can show you that you don't need a loom hook, because your customers are not going to have a loom hook, okay? And then, or some of them won't. And then you just have it sit like that. That is not going to fall off. It's sturdy, it looks nice. People will look at that and they'll know that the reason it's there is because it's a removable pom-pom, and they can wear their hat with or without it. All they're gonna need is a little crochet hook or something to poke that through, but they can figure that out. They can stick this little end through a really wide darning needle and pull it through that way too. They'll figure that out. But there you go. And because they're clear, they go with any color of beanie that you make. Okay, so again, this is my bonfire beanie. Got to blow dry my pom-pom or shake it really good. The thing I like about these little plastic things is it holds it really tight to your hat. So you don't have you know, sometimes they're really loose and there's a space in there where your elastic is, but this is really tight to the beanie, and I love that. I think that's better. Okay, so there you go. We have used our my little Shelley's little invention, and we have gone ahead and made some pom-pom holders for your beanies. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did and you got a little kick out of it, then please hit the like button and let the word get out there. And I also wanted to make a mention about this gray pom-pom, because every time I look in my camera after I filmed it, it looks like it's full of dandruff or little flecks or whatever, but these gray pom-poms, they have little sparkles in them, and like they're just so beautiful. So trust me, that's what it is. It's a little silver sparkle that's in the silver pom-pom. I got them off of Amazon. They come in a package of 20, and there's this brown color, there's this gray color, there's black, and there's white, I think were the 4. Now, if you just went on Amazon and typed in pom-poms, you will find them. Okay, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd appreciate that very, very much. Again, take care, have a great day, and happy knitting, my friends.